it's beautiful, man. Just happy to be here, working hard.
Facts. So in the building we got Black Jesus. I said peace to the God as it always is.
Peace, Almighty Harlem 6 forever.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
For sure. Hold on. Let me see. There's already okay. Good. So we rocking. You got DJ Willy Krys, QE Radio. This is a session with Black Jesus. Facts, yo. So Lord, let me get right to the questions, right? So, how did you get started in hip hop?
Oh man, well I can say, man, at hip hop is the first album I ever saw was a Sugar Hill Gang album. It had the Candy Cane type shit on it.
I remember that album, classic.
I was looking at that, and I was looking at the Off the Wall shit by Michael Jackson. The reason why I say Mike is because Mike was very instrumental in getting a lot of hip hop videos played. But I said it had to have been probably around 12, 11 and a half, 12, I started breakdancing.
Oh, facts.
But I acknowledged it probably at about 7, man, when I was looking at that Sugar Hill Gang thing, and then I got into the breakdancing and stuff, and very dope with the windmills and shit. So
that's tight.
Yeah,
that's tight.
Professionally, probably like 97.
97.
Yeah. Shout out to MIA Records.
They put you on?
Yeah, my guys out there in Boston. Shout out to Angelo Castillo.
Okay.
I met them through my man Scientific LD. Rest in peace. He used to fuck with Diamond D and Ed OG and all of them out there in Boston.
Yep.
Yeah. So I got introduced to them, and then through them I got with Guru. So
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
And
but 12,
it's
about
crazy.
12 King is when it started hip hop. I mean, it's been all my life, but I can say I really got into it in about 11 and a half, 12.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Early start, New York style, all day.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know you put out. I mean, you put out some classics too, Famo. And I mean, at this level, right? Because I know you still push your music now.
Of course, man. I mean, shit, man. I mean, I did I had the pleasure to work with the Guru, man, of Gangstar.
Yep.
Rest in peace to the God. I got into the God. We did a nice little piece with Killer Priest and with the Alchemist and my man Timbo King of the Royal Fam.
No doubt.
I did a single with them called The Ballhead Slick and the Click off the Ballhead Slick and the Click album. We had a lot of great brothers on there.
Now Killer Priest,
Ice-T was on it. Tretch, Pete Rock.
Killer Priest is that Wu? Killer Priest?
Oh yeah, he's Wu. That's Wu-Tang family right there.
Facts,
the killer.
Facts. For those who don't know.
Shout out to the Priest.
Yep, definitely.
And Timbo King is part of the Wu family too, Royal Fam, man.
Got you. So that would make you a part of the Wu family too.
Yeah, I love that, man. The RZA, the way I got into the Wu fan. I mean, I do my Harlem 6 thing, but it was a blessing to get with the guards because I was out one night with Guru. We was at a Dawn Diva event, and this is when I was signed with Guru. And I met the RZA. He was like, "Yo, Guru introduced me to this is Black Jesus." He was like, "Yo, your shit is nice. I want to throw you a dart."
Fire.
And then I finally, it took a while. We were, right place, right time. We happened to be there, and he was like, "Yo, I'm prepared." And we did a nice little single called "Ode to the Wu," which was like a little dedication to the guards, and did a couple of mixtapes with the guards of the album, a few tracks with the Riz. So then, yeah, man, part of that family tree. Also, it's a beautiful thing. Tretch is also my guy. He gave a lot of love to the Harlem 6. Showed me a lot of love on my hip hop travels. Because, hip hop is about showing love, passing torches. You got to earn your right. It ain't what I mean, yes man shit. But I mean, I'm grateful for a lot of the blessings. Marley Marl also gave me a couple of treats too, man.
Yo, you know what I like about what you just said though? You said hip hop is all about showing the love, and it's crazy because this rap is not showing all love. This is straight killing now, mind you, I mean I know all that stuff used to happen back in the days, but like I try to tell a youth, it wasn't spoken about in your song. So, really don't care how gangster you are. The fact of the matter, I mean, Schoolie D was gangster. Facts,
Oh
right?
yeah, come on,
Right?
Schoolie D, come on now.
Yeah, exactly. But at the end of
Shout
the
out to
day,
Schoolie.
yeah, facts. Shout out to Schoolie. But at the end of the day, even he made somewhat respectful music. If you know what
You
I
gotta
mean.
have a balance, man.
Yeah,
You know.
balance, exactly.
And
P.S.
don't
King, you
think
know
that
what that
that
means.
Kid and Play, because Kid and Play. I mean to cut you off because I've noticed a lot of the, even when from you say the era, whatever. I'm not hating on what none of the young guys are
Yeah,
doing.
neither am
I
I.
love what
I
my
just
guys
try
are
to
doing, but
teach
I
them.
want them to survive. You know
Facts.
what I mean? You
Facts.
know, because there's a few of them that are really good and they know how to maneuver the shit, but a lot of them, you know what I mean, they getting caught up. It's the wave. They're just talking about the shit that they say and it's ignorant. So I try not to. I'm never going to tear them down. But what we can really do is build them up.
That's what
And
we try
sometimes
to
you
do.
got to they got to know how to take the constructive criticism, man. It's not really doing it,
Yeah, facts.
you know. But you see, you had bullshit niggas from our time, like you said too. I mean, look, man, just because Tribe Called Quest don't rap about guns and all that, the niggas is thugged out. Like if you Q-Tip and shout out to God Bless Fight Dog and them, they don't play Jungle Brothers. I'm pretty sure Kendrick Lamar raps about a lot of positive things, but he got a lot of killers around.
Yeah, exactly.
And they not playing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's a strong dude.
I know what
And
you
then
mean.
you got guys that are not, they talk about the stuff, but then you see them and, in real life. But that's even cool too. I mean, we ain't trying to start no trouble, but it's like, nigga, don't be, getting the other kids and all of that to be repeating the shit and you ain't even lived it.
Well, the reason why I brought that up, and actually I kind of missed back in the days when we was on our gods and earths and polying in certain ways, was because, like you said, we was more about uplifting. And I know this is a common topic in most podcasts, so I don't want to go deeper into it.
Facts.
But I mean, there's a reason why I call you God. I call you God because I see you all powerful. You know what I mean? And I know you have the power to build and the power to destroy, but you tend to use your power to build more than your power to destroy. So I mean, there's so many sciences that that these kids need to be aware of, and actually I'm kind of proud that you still carry that name, Black Jesus, because I feel like everybody's not lost in the source, and you still doing it at that. I remember the day I was like, "Yo, CDs." You like, "Yeah, God, I sell my CDs too." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Fact.
All since we move, we know, man. Like we bump into little bumps and bruises, man. You know how you do the roads and the trials and tribulations of this hip hop game. Sometimes you might be expecting something. See, I always say I expect unexpected, so I'm never expecting to it because people are swift and changeable. But as long as you remainable, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. People change, so you got to be prepared to to be prepared for the storm. Yeah. When the boat rocks, we said, "Hey, man, you know what I mean? Y'all want to front over there like that? We gonna just take it to the streets and sell it to the people."
Yeah, dope. Yeah.
We moved about damn near. I'm not gonna front from 2005. We moved about a good 1.7 million joints, man.
Oh, congratulations!
And I'm gonna say hand to hand, ballpark minimum, because I'm not counting. I didn't read up so many times, but we have our paperwork. There's nothing to brag about, but I can say hand to hand, person to person, every region. Black, white, Hispanic, gay, straight, Republican, Democrat,
facts,
old, young, doesn't matter.
Dope.
They got a copy of that Harlem 6 Harlem music or that Cody or whatever the projects we put out. We didn't hit them. Mostly Harlem music.
And you know what's dope about what you saying, Black Jesus? You know what's powerful about what you saying? What some of the youth don't realize, like when you say that hand to hand, and people just, sometimes I won't use the word hate because that's too strong, and I learned how to correct my words. But I would say I dislike. People don't realize that you're actually doing business 101. You're manufacturing a product.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? You're marketing the product. Then you selling the product. But you know when it comes to showing your talents, you got some that are misled and go, oh man, I see you hustle your thing. No, boss, this ain't no hustle. This is a business.
This is a job,
yeah,
bro.
Exactly.
We treat it just like a job. I'm getting up every day. Good morning. How are you, sir? Lord Harrison, Harlem 6. See, it's all about the approach in what you're saying also. And you got to know how to take the no.
Yep.
You're not going to be able to get to the yes. And when I've been out there, Conchi, right, God? And there's been brothers that have come up to me. They might be having that great job because I always say everything is connected. If you're not working your job, I'm never looking down on no man or whatever, right? I've had people that have been so-called bums that are out there begging, right, for their money, that have reached in their pocket because they love my pitch and bought my CD.
Peace to the God. Yes.
Rich, so there was a brother one time that came and he was like, man, why are you trying to sell that to them white folks? He wasn't buying it from me. He had the little construction job. I'm looking at the brother like, okay, you probably get like your little 40 an hour, whatever. Congratulations. I'm happy for you, right?
Yep.
Right? He's looking at me like, man, you ain't never going to be able to bond these. And I'm looking at him like, dude, I've been standing out here, right? My brother, I didn't tell him this. I might have been out here for about 40, 50 minutes, my G. And I done ran through 25, 30 for 10 cents. This is on a beautiful Sunday because every day, when you know the different days of how people operate, because Monday through Sunday is a different vibes and vibrations. Sunday is an ill vibration. Saturday is an ill vibration, but Sunday is a supreme vibration. And if you're going with the money magnet of the vibration, so this brother, you don't know about it, he's prejudging. He's in his own little ego because he's thinking that he's older, so he's thinking he tried to tell me something. I fell back and just looked at him like, let me show you something right quick. Bang, bang, bam, bam, bam. Hello, sir. Boom, boom, boom. Moved it. Oh, he's looking at me. I'm looking at him, pulled the little knot out. I don't want to flash it at you, brother, but sometimes, you should just fall back. If you don't want the CD, you don't have to have it. Exactly. You don't have to give me a little peanut gallery. But you know how people are with the hate, as you could say.
Yep. Facts. Yeah. Facts. Yo, that's powerful, Lord. And like I said, I appreciate these conversations because like I know, there's very few people that can have these conversations and understand each other.
Right, exactly.
Like you said, I mean, I've seen a lady sleeping out her car and she'd be like, you know what? Just because you're doing something positive, my brother, here go $2. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's peace. And sometimes,
thank you, I appreciate it.
Sometimes you don't want to take the $2. But at the same token, what somebody taught me before is if somebody's trying to give you something, do not turn it down because they offering that out their heart. So it's more than just, why you taking from this person? This person is offering it from their heart. So, I mean, it's better than you being all stubbornish and being cocky about, well, why should I give you my money? Nah, it's not even about that. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that you said that. Because I really like these streams right now. It's amazing me because a lot of these young bucks are like they're not really getting the money that they should. They know they're not getting the money that they should, and they still just accept the streams. You know what I mean? I still think hand to hand should be the biggest. You know what I mean? Streams is like promotion, but hand to hand, like you heard stuff on the radio, but you still cop the album. If you know that makes sense.
Right. I'm feeling you. Great. Now, it really makes no sense if you're not. Now, if you know how to, if you got signed, you do this 360 thing, right? The only way it's going to work for you is if you already have a foundation, right? And you know the paperwork and you have your other independent shit on the side because, look, man, you can't front. If you got a motherfucker that's like Drake or 50, these brothers that put in their work, right?
Yep.
And they didn't got a whole big serious map because they used the wheel. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, 50 sold CDs.
I mean, anybody, even Mr. Cheeks. Let's say Mr. Cheeks. I'm not even going to use them.
Yeah, 50 sold CDs, remember? 50
right, of course. What I'm saying is that 50 even knows this, and he's still gonna move his CDs and his tangible shit that you could touch and sell. Whether it's his little clothing G Unit wear, or when he's moving his liquor, or he's selling his little products. Nas, that motherfucker dropped King's disease and all that, and did it all independent and pressed shit up. Wow. He said, "Oh, motherfuckers is out there still hand-to-handed, so don't let a nigga fool you."
Fact.
The Inspector Deck said, "Nigga, I'm gonna move," and you know, I can say this. The reason why I can say this is because the Harlem Six, RZA will tell you, great mind. I didn't sit around waiting. I know that you have your hands full, my brother. We did the first mixtape, Conquer. I said, God, you gave me the rights to use that W. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to take this shit. I want you to host it. He gave me a few drops. We chopped it up there. You know, RZA, the Harlem Six, they're in the mix. Make sure you get their shit. You know how you got to get the hype. Marketing.
Dope.
Word going out. First nigga that caught my shit was Tony Touch. We went out 2005.
Tony Toka.
Parade. And hit the block. And now the deck of the niggas said after that, wait a minute, nigga, these niggas got something. Nigga, I done sold millions. Why can't I get out there and move my own shit like the Harlem Six? You see, it was kind of, you know, the policies, no big eyes and little U's in this shit. These is my big brothers, and of course, that fucking audience, they're putting me on to some shit. But the hunger that we got, nigga, I'm going to go to the streets, fuck the wheel. I'm going straight to the people. And of course, you know, you got mad niggas on Word. You got that RZA shit on it. Word is older than who? What? Let me check it out. When they say it ain't fake and they know it's official.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I need that. Let me get that. Let me cop that. So now, decking them is like, nigga, I'm going to press up 50,000 copies.
Fact.
And move my shit crazily.
Fact.
See how we pass it on? They put me on to an audience. I do a little Universal love here, a little Sony love here, but it's going to always be independent and use what I've done with the Harlem Six and what we've done over here is use the opportunities, get with some major shit, bring it on home to Papa, man. Bring it on home to Enterprise. Bring it on in home and in-house. And now we're going to bring it to the people ourselves.
That's dope.
Not unless you come with something great that we can negotiate and do. And that's what we got a little something going on now with Rock Nation, man. We got nice distribution and marketing fucking with Rock Nation. And what I love about what Jigga's doing is Jigga, whatever you say about the brother, that brother is he's giving away good points with the streaming. He's the monetizer that he's doing. Put it all in under one umbrella. Aggressively go after what you got to go with royalties, and you're eating.
That's a good question for you right there, because I mean, only true artists know this, so I know you're a true artist. So I'm just gonna ask your opinion. There's no right or wrong on this. So I mean, I got Rock Nation as well. Blessings, and yo, do you prefer United Masters or Rock Nation, or which is, you know, right now is truly Rock Nation distribution? But do you prefer United Masters or Rock Nation?
Well, I'm not mad at either one of them, but right now I'm going to go with the Rock Nizzle.
Yeah,
that's
a dope answer. Yep. Fact.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with Sean Carter right now. As I look at the full perspective, United Masters is great. I ain't mad at them.
Yeah. I'm not mad at anybody neither. Like I said, there was no right or wrong answer for that one. I just figured, because actually I was going to start doing that too for the youth, right? Because there's so many distribution channels right now. You know what I mean? Just to see who people rock with. And I always like to hear different, you know, because there's a lot of people stuck with DistroKid too. And I don't mean stuck in a bad way. Yeah, a lot of people mess with DistroKid, help them get out.
But you got other people know how to work certain algorithms better than others. So it might be somebody that knows how to work that DistroKid better than what I can.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. You
know?
Yep.
You got to go with what's for you, man. And, you know, it's all out there. And, you know, to me, it's like sometimes it's big hype and you got to do this to get in the game and they're going to do that to get in the game. And a lot of it is like, you know, A lot of it is luck. You got to have opportunity because somebody's got to say yes. We're not going to fucking, compromise our values. Some will,
Yeah.
And, you got to say God bless them too because you never know who's going to help you out. Some people are infiltrated. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing at the same time, though, man. You get to work with some legendary brothers like, me. We had the pleasure to work with DMX, Hold the Line is out there. Revelations 14:1. I'm going to be going to go support Tretch and them, man. They got the nice, the Medicine Woman out in Jersey City, man. Him and Ice-T, man. Shout them out, man. Or I believe the 16th of April of this next month, they got the grand opening, man.
Oh, that should be
so I got to go check that out. Raekwon got his ass story and shit out there. So.
A lot of things happening.
It's a lot of beautiful things happening, man, in hip-hop, man. We're getting back to the basics.
Yeah, and like Beeline said yesterday, it's funny, but we was joking about it on the last podcast. He said, yo, it's funny because the years we spent coming up in the music, and he said, bro, you look at it, now we the elders. And I'm like, wow.
But you got to realize that this hip-hop shit is 1,000 years ahead of its time, great man.
Yes.
So I'm looking at shit now that they say like the Generation Z. They were saying I was watching these videos where it's like 20-year-olds and 25-year-olds shit, right? They doing the knowledge to shit like DeWick and Gangstar shit, right? They're peeping it and they're like, oh, this shit is some crazy shit.
Yeah.
This I understand. Yeah, I said, yeah, man, because my son, who's 8. He loves, shout out to Juice WRLD, shout out to Extension. He loves his Juice WRLD, he loves his Extension, but the real shit that he loves, and trust me, he's 8, God. He loves when you throw on that DMX, or you throw on that Wu-Tang Clan, or you put on that Outkast.
Yes.
Or you throw on some of that motherfucking MJG, and who's my niggas?
Yeah.
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. So I don't want to fuck it up. But he loves Twista and he loves Drake and Kendrick and all that too. But he's an old soul.
Facts.
And he just loves good music. And I see a lot of young motherfuckers that they still love they drill shit and shit too, but they still on point. They got a job. They going to work. They getting their money. So. With the balance, I believe, because everybody's natural for you to want to look up to somebody. So these youth, they can talk all the shit they want. When something is good and you hear it, they gonna do it. And then y'all only rapping the same shit that we rapped about. You're not just putting it in order. There's just no order in it. But you're still rapping about the same subjects. When I listen to it, because I listen to it, I'm not going to just turn a blind eye to it. It's music, man. And then you got to know the lingo. If you want to reel them in and teach them something, you can't just be, trying to shit on them. We had whack niggas too. But you got to know how to accept that your shit is whack and step your game up, kid. It could be different, but it's got to be something of stature, like Pop Smoke. That was my guy. That motherfucker was bad, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't have anything against drill music. I'm glad you said that.
Come on, man. Chief Keef. This is something that I don't like. Come on, man. Quave and them, man. Come on, man. The motherfucking
shout him out. Shout him out.
Come on, man. I love my young niggas, man. Even Young Thug got some hits with fucking Usher and them niggas. Why not?
My nigga Lil Durk.
It's about the love, man. I mean, come on, man.
My nigga Lil Durk. Hell yeah.
He's going through it. And it's only right that we gotta, I mean, of course, you gotta G-check shit, but at the same time, you gotta G-check it with love, man, and understanding, knowing that we come from shit, man. Come on, we come from shit where we was just shooting up blocks, nigga. This is my block. We don't even own the block.
Fact.
Come on, we kind of started it, man. We gotta hold ourselves accountable. Because they're only watching what we doing, what we did, right?
Wow. Facts.
How many niggas is, but we had a swagger with, I'd rather fuck you and all that. We're still teaching, so they gotta sit back and listen and say, well, shit, NWA 50 raps about about the thing, but the way he does it, it's all about is don't test me and you won't get this. Not just going to get you for no reason. Then he says, would you love me if I was down? Mm. You know, he gives the balance. You got to have the balance. Does not Eminem talk about fucking shooting up fucking kill that fucking baby? Yep. Shoot that fetus and the fucking third and firstborn. You know, he raps crazy. He raps about killing and all that, but he also has plenty of songs of like, I'm not afraid to take a stand and you know, lose yourself in the moment. It's the balance. There's more positive, great shit. Get up. You know, come on, man. If I can't do it, it can't be done. If you can't fucking listen to the fucking, he might be saying the Bible, but that'll make you want to get up and say, if I can't do it, then that can't be done. I got to get it done. He's making you want to get up and do something with your life.
That sounds so
That's good. What this hip hop shit is about.
Yo, I'm so glad that we had this conversation.
Yes,
because
sir.
Every day that I build on this with different people and get different degrees on levels on how it is, you know, for all the people that do disrespect hip hop, I wish you wake up and start appreciating the good side of it instead of just promoting the bad. Yo, could I be honest with you real quick?
Yes, sir.
And of course, why wouldn't I be, right? So I get sick of watching YouTube, and most of the people that are giving the bad narrative, right, about what's going on, who try to act like they are our hip-hop news reporters, right, which are basically not from our culture. And I wish more of us started doing podcasts and started doing our own narratives. So, you know, maybe we will put like a much better picture out there of ourselves. I'm sick of people saying that, you know, all these other people, and I'm not going to get into all that about what culture it is, but I really hope that we step up and become our own narratives, our own narrators. You know what I mean? And because this has been years.
We gotta pay attention to that shit, dog.
Yeah, no, I don't. That's what I'm saying.
These niggas,
yeah,
they can't. That's not gonna get you a honey nut Cheerios commercial.
Boom.
None of the drill things that these guys are rapping about. No disrespect to them. If you want longevity and you want to create masterpieces, that what we say the 5% is right. We teach all the human families, right? That's what hip hop is like. A 5%. Right? The gods and earth. So you don't have to be from the nation of gods and earth to be a 5%. You could be from the blood and crip, but you got values and morals of freedom, justice, equality. You could be from the FOI. You could be from the Baptist Church, right? Right? You could be any part of the life if you're dealing with greatness and wanting for your brother what you want for yourself. That's hip hop.
Facts.
If you're not going to put out great content and talk about great things and do it now, Pop Smoke. His shit is going to be in some commercial. I like the way that she moves. The randomly move. I can see that.
Yeah.
One of them, and one of these type of fitness commercials or any of these commercials, like you're going to see it Naughty by Nature in it. They're going to have some woo. If you want that shit in the movie soundtrack, you got to be making great contact, man, to stand the test of time is what I'm saying.
Yo, I'm glad to hear you say that. Facts.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad to hear
Juice WRLD will be in there.
Yes.
Because Juice WRLD made some good music. It wasn't a trap.
Yeah.
It wasn't a trap. It was just different type of hip hop.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We brought out all forms. We brought out all levels of degrees through hip hop, whether it's the good, whether it's the bad. Because even with what they call bad, and I listen to it, I'm like, nah, that's not bad. That's somebody expressing themselves, and you don't know what they've been through for them to want. Sometimes you used to just get mad and you couldn't say something, and now you was able to. I mean, I think Jay was probably one of the people that said it best. Going to the studio was almost like release therapy.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? That's why.
That's what it was for me as a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
It kept me out of trouble. My uncle used to tell me, instead of going out there and robbing, what you doing? Come to the studio.
Wow. Changed your life.
Changed my life. It really changed my life, bro. You go from your uncle's studio to go into like the Gold Door on 47th Street downtown. You know, Unique Studios, all that shit down there, bro. I didn't been down there. I didn't witness Buster and y'all when he created that shit. I was there in the studio.
Wow.
I signed my shit after he got out to record my shit. This is, I've been doing this shit as being the Black Jesus, and I see a lot of people, that they, you get piece of, because for me it's Christ consciousness, right? That's what this whole Jesus shit is about, right? But we got our own individuality, right? And biting is the worst thing that you can do in hip hop. It's either you're complimenting. There's a thin line between you complimenting somebody or if you just biting their shit because you feel that you're on a higher level. And hip hop has no higher levels. Once you're in it, you gonna respect me like Tragedy Gaddafi and Nas.
Exactly.
Right? Because both of them niggas is entangled and together and come from the same great tree of this shit of ours.
Facts.
You gonna respect me like Big Boy and Bun B.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
And just like
I'm tired of niggas with the New York, but Nelly had to break it down. Love KRS-One, right? My nigga.
Yep.
God, boy. One of my first shit, Criminal Minded. But when Nelly said, nigga, why you getting at me? Nigga, I'm from fucking, nigga, I can't rap like how y'all rap. I'm from where I'm from.
Exactly.
And y'all taught me. He said, motherfucker, I was the nigga, y'all, I'm the God, but I'm just country. I said, yeah, when the nigga came out on the Source Awards, nigga, before he came out, ride with me, though, I love that shit.
Yeah,
when he fucking dropped, I am number one and all that. Nigga, for me, it's different shit. It's like I'm hearing their perspective from where they come from, man. This is a black man making his music from where he come from in his swing. It got swing. He came out with the chickens and all that like a farm. I said, that's beautiful for the kids, man, to watch.
Wow, this is a powerful podcast.
I wasn't a yes man,
needs
even though I love KRS-One. I was there when he did it too. I was right there downtown at the fucking, what is the fucking ballroom, the fucking ballroom. That shit on 30-something shit street. When he went at Nelly, I was with Guru and them. I was there. I was like, nigga, I don't agree with that shit, even though I love my nigga,
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna yes man that. I love Nelly. Yeah. That's my nigga. They squashed it. He had to say what he said. It's competition. He's speaking his mind. You know what I mean? But Nelly was like, why they getting at me? Nigga, I grew up on Slick Rick and all y'all niggas, man.
Facts.
I say, yeah, man, you gotta, this is, you know what I mean?
Well,
sometimes everybody can be thinking the same shit at the same time. Look at what Trey was doing. He was doing something similar to how Flash and them niggas was dressing.
Nothing is wrong with what you saying right now. You speaking on universal love for the
man.
You know what I mean?
This shit is beautiful, man.
Yeah, facts. And,
man.
And I'm actually right now I'm getting the goosebumps because I'm feeling everything you saying, fam, in regards to the love of the music. I won't even, too many people talk about the culture. I'm talking about the love of the music. The music that raised us, the music that brought us out the trenches.
Come on, man. Where was you at when you first heard the Ghetto Boys, man?
The Ghetto Boys, I was still in the Bronx, baby. I was still in the Bronx.
Come on, man. I was in Queens getting money, man. I was some fucking farmers in Guard Pruitt, but them niggas put me on to that.
Facts. And that's Willie D and the crew. That's Texas. That was Texas. That was still a whole nother vibe. That was Texas.
But it was still that good shit.
Yep, it sure was.
I was relating to it, nigga. Mr. Right? I'm on the block, nigga.
Yep.
Nigga, what?
Yep.
This is beautiful. We got international. We national now. Okay, this nigga from over here doing it like that.
Yep.
He getting it like that. We a fucking national family. You don't want to fuck with us, man.
And you said it the best, yo. Through all that, you still went platinum on the streets.
Come on, Kid and Play will punch you in your mouth. He's a wild boy. He had to change his life.
Always, yeah.
Play from Kid and Play. He had to change his life. He's not telling you a thug story and all that, but we all going through it. Come on, who doesn't love those guys?
Exactly.
Who doesn't love the UMCs? Who doesn't love Souls of Mission? Come on, man. There's too many. You know what I mean, brothers?
Go ahead, build it. Hell yeah.
It's a deep shit, man. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
That's why I be loving 50. If you be listening to him, that nigga be giving it up. He'll throw it in. He'll throw somebody in the shit that you'll say, oh wow, I haven't heard of him in a while. He kind of threw it in the rap to big them up. I'm saying that's how you give back. It's the love because it's all fucking connected. And shout out to Master, my brother Big Al Master Understanding. He just did something good with Fredro. He on that Fredro Star new album.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Fredro Star, the whole Onyx.
Shout out to Fredro and them. Definitely.
Those are my guys right there. I ain't seen them in a minute, but he fucking with my brother Big Al Understanding. Everything is Big Al Master Understanding. Pardon self. He on there. My little bro, he spit, so he's coming up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Hell yeah.
You gotta walk your own dogs, but it don't hurt when a motherfucker say, "Yo, I'm a lend you a helping hand." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we gotta help each other. You feel what I'm saying? Right. We have to. That's why.
Like I appreciate you, brother, man. Good looking on this right here. I know we supposed to been connect, can't get in the audio, but I appreciate this, Lord.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, we connecting right now. Cause I mean,
yes, sir.
At the end of the you know what I realized? At the end of the day, right? Right now, we pulling a Mr. Magic interview. Remember the DJ Red Alert interview when all the top heads were.
You said Magic, like Molly. Shout out to Molly Mall. That's my guy right there.
You know what I mean? These are the dudes that let me tell you. I think it was just January, February. I was at a Red Alert party.
Uncle Red. I just seen Uncle Red on the 100.
Yes.
Last time I seen Uncle Red, I was on 100 and between 100, I was on hump 16th and Madison, about to pull up like on hump 15th, and he was coming out. He had the big Sherlin on. I said, "Oh, look at Uncle Red, my nigga."
Yes, this.
You know that's Harlem right there.
This is everybody, yo. Everybody show love. Big shout to Teddy Ted, awesome too.
Teddy Ted.
You know what I
mean?
Awesome
too. Come on, man.
Yeah, facts. Oh my God, yo, it was.
Was Kaz there? Was Grandmaster Kaz in the building?
Kaz was there.
I knew it. See how I know? The grandest of them all.
Yo,
That's my motherfucking man right there. He done brought me so much paper, God, because you know he run that hip hop bus.
Yep.
And he done brought me so much paper every Sunday. He come up with the bus and let him know, there he go. Harlem 6, make sure y'all hit him. He bring him through.
What?
And I'm able to, I do my pitch, and sometimes I'll make something, sometimes I don't, but most of the times I'll make it something. See, that's the love right there. You give him his space. Shout out to the grandest of them all. I ain't mean to cut you off, King. But
nah, you good. There. This is all, let me tell you something, and like I know, these are names that should be heard more.
Well, Nas and 50 and all of them brothers is taking care of them. They didn't build foundations for them. They don't really talk about it.
Yeah.
Even your man Kanye West, even though he's crazy and how he's going, man, I can't really fuck with what he's doing, but the way he's fucking doing it, I sit back and I say, this guy's just fucking crazy. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's taking the KK. All right, people are saying already he's using the KK shit. All right, we know, but he's like taking it from the niggas. That's the only way that I got to acknowledge it, by being the Lord and the God, because when I'm listening to what he's saying, I'm telling him I don't agree. That's your own beef, you and Jigga, right? And I say, damn, but this nigga, he's just like, I'll fucking take it. Because they can't like it.
Facts.
I don't care about all that they say, they're done. He's desecrating the whole that nigger. He's wearing our cloths, our sacred cloths.
Facts.
Yeah, man. Facts. It's crazy how Allah, the unseen forces of this hip-hop, and it's all the tools with hip-hop. This is, we living in some serious ill times, man, with the game, man.
The Most High is working.
The Most High is working. He's like, all right, I'll take your shit. I'll have him take your shit. Mock it. He's mocking it.
Yep.
That's basically what he's doing.
is
Even if he doesn't know that he's really mocking it, which I think he knows somewhere deep down inside, because he talks to different entities. You heard me?
oh,
The
cool.
God he's got a real mental thing that's going on, but he's in control of it. That boy shuts you down. That's my brother. I still don't give a fuck.
I hate to say it, but when you at that level, right? And I'm gonna call it a level because there's many levels to this shit. But when you at that level, you gotta remember you have to walk through all lives of people. You feel me? So no matter what race, what color, what creed, when you in that billionaire status, yo, bro, you got people knocking on your door every day, bro. You know what I mean? Like if you just looked at that academics interview, he in America and he about to troop to Japan. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So I mean, as of today, he should be chilling with the Japanese. You feel me? So yeah, yo. I mean,
but it goes back to the karma, King. It's
cool.
also karma. We gotta walk a thin line, right?
Yep. But you know what else?
About hip hop.
Sorry to cut you off, but you know what else it shows?
What's that, King?
It shows that, as we grew up to learn, yeah, bro, we traveled all over this earth. You feel me? This is true when they say, yo, there's statues of us all over this earth. So, for those that want to, just be trapped, I like when I hear stuff like that because it just shows you that, bro, we are free. And I'm only saying this for the youth. I'm not saying this for any adult because any adult already know. But for the youth, for our young ones, you know what I mean? So, you got the sun, moon, and the stars. For the stars, the young ones, yo, you are able to walk this whole earth. Do not be scared. That's power. That was the stuff that we was learning growing up in New York City. That's what made me leave New York City because sometimes people be trapped in 5 boroughs. Right. And there's a whole, you see where I'm going with that? There's a whole world out here.
It's a whole nother
It's a planet. World out here. Yeah, exactly, bro. Some young buck running around in Harlem could probably change something in China, if that makes sense.
Well, he might be able to change something in Harlem by going to China.
Yeah, exactly. And that makes sense.
Because there's nothing wrong with home. There's a lot of power here. This is a very powerful, very great,
that's why I took that. That's why I'm trying to say, yo, if you are... Somebody taught me this a long time ago. Somebody said, yo, if you powerful on your block, go see if you could be powerful somewhere else.
Right.
And it took me time to learn that by traveling. But I could tell you, I learned so much things being outside of New York than being in New York. And I'm not saying that I learned, like I didn't learn nothing in New York. I learned how to be powerful in New York. But then when you walk the lands and you hear how, you hear the stories back in the days how, people traveled and was powerful and they was able to spread their light across many lands. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yo, you young bucks out there, if you listening, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island, wherever. And yes, I am addressing this to New York, but at the same token, if you in Memphis, if you in Colorado, if you in LA, come hang out in New York. If you in New York, go hang out in Denver. If you in Denver, go hang out in St. Louis. And build with each other and watch how you just make the world a smaller place in your eyes. And then for those who don't know, you enlighten them as well. You feel what I'm saying? That makes sense?
That makes absolute sense.
Yo, Jesus, this was going down. What's going down? Yo, fam, I don't know. Maybe next year we plan a trip to Japan and we go out and move 1,000 units out there. Oh, yeah, we could do that?
Come on, man.
Yeah, we could do that. Oh, well, can we go over here, too? Yeah, yo, fam, they got rap in Scotland. Boop. How you figure that? They got rap in Scotland.
You better believe it. It's worldwide.
It's worldwide.
This is worldwide and it's intergalactical.
So, you know, truth be told, man. Truth be told.
Truth be told.
Is many steps to this. And yo, highly, Black Jesus, I appreciate you for this conversation because it's definitely a conversation that need to be had and it's going to be blasted around the world. You know what I mean? DJ Willy Krys, Black Jesus on the mic. Y'all know we hold it down. Yo, fam, I highly appreciate you. Hold on, I'm about to shut down the show. But yo,
okay.
Definitely, yo. One love, yo.
Fast. One love, brother.
Anything?
Stay strong, King. I'll see you soon.
Yo, you want to give people your contact information in case they want to, you know, for a show or
you can definitely
Go ahead.
On the gram, you can hit up at Harlem 6 Official or at Lord Kundalini Harrison. Facebook, you know, at Harlem 6. You know what I mean? On the book, man, the number 6. And yeah, man. That's how we moving, man. I appreciate the love and support. Harlem 6 for life. It's your boy Black Jesus, a.k.a. the Don Kundalini. Salute.
Salute. Peace, y'all. One.
Peace.